Clive Davis passed away yesterday at 94 years old. That's a long time to me for someone to be on this planet, especially when allegedly they was raising pure D hell and even had some people popping up out of their vessels and going on to glory because of the shenanigans that come with being in the industry. We're going to do a reading today. Well, I'm going to do one. You're going to sit and watch. But I do want you to understand that this is going to be very layered, and I have my process, okay? Ooh, my bird feed. My bird food is in the shed. No, who cares? Look here. Everything that is said in this video is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, okay? Nothing is ever 100%. We just reading cards and we talking shit, okay? Alright? Nah, anything after that, that's on y'all. I'm just saying, please be advised. Let me tell y'all something. Did y'all know that birds, their backs are big? Like, I just filled my bird feeders yesterday. You know I had to fill them again? And then in the one in the back, the birds got the nerve to make a mess. Got corn all on the ground. Yeah, we gonna take a couple of days break. Y'all gonna have to eat that shit up. I had that shit all over my yard. Look at me talking shit about nature, like they supposed to have some cool. The nerve. I'm doing my job though. I love doing it. So let's see. Hold on. Let me set the intention here, which I kind of did before I came on here, but we good. All right. What's going on with this Clive? I want to tell y'all too. When I first even started thinking about it, I seen like, and it's, sometimes you see stuff in a dramatic way. I seen like Dracula. Got that Dracula energy, right? Got that Dracula. All these cards is coming up in reverse. Damn. What the hell? This one came up right. What else? What else we need? All right, so right now we've got we got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. So it seemed like to me before this transition was made, we was already going in a down spiral within this regime. This is a whole system. And I do want to say, like, for systems to be in place, people have to participate. The game cannot go without players, right? And so sometimes we blame the system, but we quickly forget because of distraction, cognitive dissonance, the lack of wanting to take responsibility and accountability, and many other factors. We often forget that we are participating in these 6 charades. Let me ask you a question. Who could they abuse without there being people to abuse? Now, I understand how the system goes. We find somebody who's really hard up, is really desperate, or is really at their breaking point. And we entice them with all of these things that seem like a really good offer. They seem like fulfillment, but in actuality, when you sign up for these type of contracts, it's not quite the Nine of Cups at all. What it is, and it turns out to be, the dreams that you have are shattered. It becomes a nightmare. You begin to have nightmares. You become unhappiness. The unhappiness comes upon you. Devastation, misery, lack of fulfillment, because the artist then realized, this is not, I signed up for this, but I got this. The illusion of inclusion that is only fed by delusion. Remember, it's called the American dream, and you would have to be asleep to believe it. The problem is that you think that when you sleep and you dream, those are just dreams, and when you're awake, it's real. Well, if you feel it's real, play it like it's real. or don't at all, because you can't come and play big games with the big boys and you don't even know the rules. You don't even know what it's. Matter of fact, you didn't even realize you was in the fucking game until it was too late. Whose fault is that? I don't know. Now I want to stop abruptly real quick and insert this right here, right? Let me make sure this motherfucking mic is on. It is. I know it sounds like that I'm giving a pass to the section, and I'm really not. I'm giving you something to think about. Because two things can be true. You got to understand these people operate in loopholes. That is where their magic lies, in the loophole, right? They have an unnatural way of living. They have a way of bending stuff that works to a degree, but it throws us off of balance. They're operating in a loophole. Okay, so the thing is, a lot of the times I feel like, again, alleged for entertainment purposes only, that they are confident in these moves because they have that plausible deniability. And that plausible deniability is the fact that you have free will and you even went along with their program in the first place. You never got a clue. And sometimes when it comes to even the law doesn't excuse you because you're ignorant of it. You get what I'm saying? Let's call how they move backdoor politics. Let's call it like that. So they look for weaknesses, cracks, anything that they can creep in. They are able to do that, so to speak. That's how I would describe it. And that's how they get through the door. They look for cracks to take advantage of. They do backdoor politics, and people become victims of it. Is it right? No, but at the same time, people's desperation for validation, fame, or the extreme poverty, or whatever it is, it works. And even if these motherfuckers are plants and all that shit is a lie to them, they're selling you that so they can take advantage of your poverty, your lack of knowledge, or whatever, what have you. It's the same shit. I'm gonna leave that right there. Back, the grief begins to come. This is why so many, and we have the now, mind you, I forgot to point out the root chakra was here, right, which is your security. That's your firm foundation. But then we've got the throat chakra here. And then we've got the Five of Cups, like loss, depression, shit like that. And then you begin to realize, I'm in the shit. But now I don't have time. See, this came in reverse. I'm in the shit. I gotta stop talking. I can't talk. I've lost my voice. They own my voice. But ain't no time. This came in reverse. To mourn. I gotta keep it moving because I'm in it. I'm in deep now. So I'm accepting. I gotta heal from here. I gotta forgive myself. And I gotta rejoin the world because it is what it is. Of course, predators always go after the weak. But even the weak are subject to what it is. Agreeing under stress or duress. I don't agree with you being under duress. Quite frankly, I think that people that bully people into signing bold contracts, whatever that might be, I think they're very sick people. But I would be remiss, I would be lying if I told you that at all turns in life, we have a choice. I think where the confusion comes in is when did the choice enter the chat? Because sometimes the choice was way before you got to the trap. And sometimes we're not quick enough to pull the draw, and then we end up in shit like this, right? This is the type of shit. You see, this is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is traditional. The Hierophant, religious people fall like in the Hierophant category. These motherfuckers got a type of religion, but not the one that they sell you. They know that, but that has its own power, but they don't use it for what you use it for. It's a weapon to them. It's your salvation. Stay with me. So this whole shit here that Clive was a part of, it challenged tradition. They had unconventional lifestyles. unconventional relationships, and reverse roles nonconformity. Is that not true? Do you not see that in the industry? This is what came out in the card. I didn't manipulate anything. To them, we got the Nine of Pentacles. You see how it says routine? To them, it's routine. It's another fucking day. They have the patience. They have the perseverance because money dictates it that way. They've got the power. It says unexpected sources of money or income. They've got money you don't even, they got shit places you can't even conceive. Time heals all wounds. Reliable, patient, conventional, trustworthy, hardworking people. Someone who perseveres. Preserves this. That was something and something. They preserve, all right. But anyway, someone who perseveres to reach a goal. They're going to reach their goal. They're going to get what they want. Well, here's the thing. All things, good, bad, or otherwise, come to an end. And Clive Davis has now come to his end. So he's coming off as the King of Pentacles, right? That's how people in the public would perceive him. Here we go, King of Pentacles. He's coming off as King of Pentacles. He was coming off as someone who got it together, right? High status. That's what he was coming off. Anything else? Then we've got the Queen of Cups. So this was somebody who really was dedicated to the cause, so much so that they felt justified in what they're doing. See, I'm going to tell you too, a lot of people do diabolical things, but I think why they don't get tripped up is because they feel justified. And if we are in fact the spark of God, we're co-creating with God. God's expressing itself through us, which makes us God. If we feel convicted in what we're doing and we're in charge, we probably would get away with it, right? Because it's the belief. I don't always think it's what people do. I think when they have a conflict with the heart and the mind, that's where the bullshit comes in. It's something about being convicted in your beliefs that gives you a shield of honor. That's why whatever the fuck you believe, you need to believe. But that doesn't absolve you of the consequences, not all the time. Because there is a factor at play, right? Which is to restore the balance, the ma'at of it all. And your punk ass, pure conviction and all that, it keeps you floating for a while, but you're pulling the scale so far and you're tilting so far, then things must balance. And then what that means is your ass gonna get caught the fuck up. This is why you've seen in the industry people getting exposed. But even still, they're always playing the game. So even though we're getting exposed, who is getting exposed? It's the ones of color getting exposed first. We talk about the ones that are on the bullshit, but they don't get dragged like that. They get extra time. We forget. We do a couple skits. You know what I'm saying? We talk about we do a couple laughs and we forget all about them. But our people, we never forget, huh? And we're in the comments and we're attacking these people. But there's other people part of the game. Now, what I can say is I do feel like we should hold our people accountable. I do, because it's our people. So I do think we should be a little bit harder on us because it is us. Who else we gonna be hard? We gonna be concerned with the community we are part of. I mean, we could worry about other communities, but they're not worried about us because they're busy worrying about themselves. You feel what I'm saying? So if we're coming from that aspect, I think it's justified. But at the same time, we cannot ignore what's going on here. The people that lack color are running amok. Okay? there are those, let's say the ones that are running amok. Let me come correct, because I don't want to seem like I'm grouping a whole category of people. But those that are running amok are running amok. And they're running amok very wildly. Yeah, they were off the track. They were bold, brazen, out of pocket, diabolical, and outrageous with it. They was off the hinges, off the cork, off the porch with it, off the deck, jumped off the motherfucking roof with it. They were out cold. But somehow, our people are the front men. And so at what point, show me Clive Davis in these cards, please. The Shamanic Clarity Oracle. Can you show me? Yes. They're at the front. Oh, we got archangels coming out. Lord have mercy. Baby can say, what's up? Baby, it's cold outside. I really can't stay. Baby, it's, what's that got to do with this? That kind of give me like maybe his spirit, like, you know. So 94 again is a long time. And remember I said that I got that Dracula vampire energy. So at some point I feel like he had to drop off the map. He had to jump out of that body, because I mean, you gotta disappear. It's like Death Becomes Her, if y'all watch it. They talked about it when they had that ball and shit. And Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn was up there fucking around trying to find Bruce Willis, because they was trying to get this motherfucker, because they needed them to keep Putty and they punk ass back together, piecing them back up, you know, sewing them back together. And he was the real crypt keeper for real in this bitch. And so they trying to find him. But remember, they were talking about that. They said when the girls took the potions, right, that you would have so long to be out in public, and then you have to disappear. So yeah, he can live in 94, because he probably, allegedly, this is for entertainment purposes only, is a vampire. But he got to drop off the map, because after a while, like they said, Death Becomes Her, it becomes odd. What's really going on here? I mean, because he's been around a long damn time with these kind of shenanigans. Yeah. Yeah. See, you hear them birds? You hear them birds? Ah. Yes. As I hear the birds, I see people walking through the graveyard. I see people walking through the graveyard. You take that how you want. The dead, they walk. These type of souls, thank you, that's confirmation. These type of souls they're not gone. We reincarnate, but this is something else. This is of an energy that's not of, can you show me this? Maybe this is, okay, so as I look at this here, it's giving, you know how they say Los Angeles, the fallen angels. I've got Archangel Raphael, Archangel Sariel, and we've got Andromedan Starseed. Okay, so let's talk about the energy of Archangel Raphael, the divine healer, guide, and protector, whose name means God heals. He is one of the 7 archangels who stand before God's throne and invoke for physical, spiritual, and emotional healing, including overcoming addictions and nightmares. No, I feel like this is the energy stepping in, interceding. All the damage that has been done in this energy. I feel like this energy is coming to regain balance. Then we got Sariel, angel of death and judgment. Oh yeah, we definitely on to something with this shit. Often associated with the afterlife, Sariel is described as the angel of punishment and death. In some traditions, he's linked to the souls of sinners, ensuring they're judged. So that energy is coming forth, the energy that has transitioned. You follow, alleged for entertainment purposes only. Then we got Andromeda Starseed, highly advanced, benevolent, humanoid, extraterrestrials from the Andromeda constellation, often described as 2 to 5 meters tall with pale blue skin or as ethereal energetic beings. They are known as founding members of the Galactic Federation, dedication to guiding humanity's evolution and assisting with Earth's incision. So I feel like he had that energy signature. That's what he came in as, but he used it for nefarious reasons. And they coming after that energy. But everything ain't spooky, man. Like I know we think in terms of hell. No, but this is in terms of a reckoning. Like this person got to see the havoc that they've caused. That's the intent anyway. And you're gonna have to balance that out. But see, with this whole vampiric energy, baby, this is some shit. What else here? What else? I need to go on to the I'm sorry. That's the shamanic clarity oracle deck. Let me get on over to the true crime. Well, I'm gonna do my crime deck and then I'm gonna use this true crime deck. No, I'm gonna do the true crime deck first and then use mine. Yeah, we gonna see. Cause see, I wasn't even trying to be on this type of time. This should just get longer and longer. Let's see. Through the fire, through the wind and the law. Okay, so now Shaka Khan. What do Shaka Khan got to do with this? This is alleged for entertainment purposes only, but it's something to do. Shaka Khan has something in here. Something is something. Whatever that something is, I'm not saying there's a secret, but Shaka Khan is instrumental or important in some kind of way when it comes to Clive Davis. I mean, if they're in the industry, she might have been signed to him or anything. There was a meeting over a crime of passion. Oh, Lord have mercy. We got perversion falling on his side. Somewhat of a perverted nature between a couple, this is spouse or partner. We got the celebrity card. We got the celebrity card and the runaway. I don't know. Whitney Houston comes to mind in this. Well, I'm dropping shit. That's the only part of readings I can't stand. Dropping the card. You got a natural disaster, and it was. That's what he calls some natural disaster. What else? Yeah, natural, all right. A person out of nature caused a disaster. You got death in reverse, assassination in reverse. So this is, what? No death. He wasn't assassinated, and I guess he didn't go out broke. What? Baby, what? We 21 minutes in. What type of loops and turns is this shit taking? Baby. Baby, baby, baby. Tell me how you feel. Mind control, surveillance. So the artist was under mind control, some form of mind control. Even if it doesn't, and mind control don't have to be MK Ultra, which it can be, but it also could be. I got your mind under control. What you gonna say? What you gonna do? How you gonna move? You being surveilled, or else. But this ain't news, right? This is something we kind of already knew anyhow, right? Listen, let me tell you something. We can complain about the industry all day, but as long as you motherfuckers want to be famous and you want to be seen on their terms and you allow them to dictate the terms, people like this will exist because they can. They can. Because stuff like this relies on the desperation of people. And see, when you don't know who you are and you're not solid in who you are, then you feel like you need all this external validation, which I'm not saying you shouldn't be validated. But what I am saying is you shouldn't be so desperate to be validated that you become on the other end of a predator and you become a victim. And I'm not excusing the victimization that occurred to the people in the industry, but I'm saying when we don't take a time to really evaluate shit and realize it's not that fucking serious, you know, we gotta start asking ourselves the hard questions. I'm sorry, I am not going to be the type of person, if you don't like accountability, if you don't want to talk straight, I'm going to irritate the shit out of you. And you're probably going to attack me. And that's okay. That's where you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you feel you need to do. You need to attack me and tear me down. And that's okay. My poor baby. My dog has gotten old. And this, oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Just sit down, baby. Sit down. I'm trying to do this reading. You stressing me out. I'm about to come over here. What else? Says a couple that's in regret. So somebody involved is in regret here with something they've done. There's some form of regret. Some couple has a regret, or two people. Because somebody was being used as a power supply. Yeah, all the motherfuckers. Oh my God. Why I keep hearing Whitney Houston? I always love you now. I see that lip quivering. You know what? That's why Whitney used to be singing. Y'all see how her lip be like, I can't even do it, but I love that shit. I don't know what it is. It was just like, my telling you. I'd be like, sing it, girl, with that lip quivering. She was the shit. Shit. Whitney looked like she could sing to you and cuss you out at the same time. You wouldn't even give a fuck. Like, damn. That Whitney and Bobby reality show was crazy. Y'all remember that shit? I love that ignorant shit. Hey. So we got a whistleblower involved. Well, we know Jaguar Wright is a whistleblower. Who else? Is there somebody else gonna come forward? Somebody looking into some shit. They going over some paperwork. They going over something with a fine-tooth comb now. Oh, here we go with this shit. There's pure malice involved. There's a red herring. It's something. It's some kind of clue. It's something fishy that's about to stand out or something. Oh, Lord. Look at Anna. What else? What else? Restless bones. So it's people that have transitioned. They spirit ain't at rest. And see, that bring me back to, remember I said I was seeing souls walking in the graveyard when the birds was chirping? Yeah. See, them people that he didn't send on to glory, yeah, they spirit ain't at rest. And I really feel like Whitney is one of them. Okay. And Shaka Khan, again, she's something with her, right? And I'm not saying nothing nefarious. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm just saying she's got, it's something with Shaka Khan, whatever that is. Only she would know, or she about to find out. The tainted gift. They was receiving shit. They was receiving shit that was, it came with a debt. See all this money on here, down here? What they thought was a gift cost them way more than they even wanted to bargain. Baby, let me get the fuck up off here. Look here, y'all. That's the reading. I don't know. I feel like I went all around the park. Because I'll go in deeper and deeper and deeper. But I feel like that's enough. That's 26 damn minutes. Now, I'm gonna put my website as a link if you're interested in the cars that I use. And that's that. Let me know what you think, right? Hit them comments. Tell me what's up. But yes, baby, I think it's Whitney Houston Bones actually that's restless. I think that's why I keep picking up on her. I feel like it's her. I feel like she like, nah, Clive, shit. Your ass done left here, bitch. I won't listen. I feel like she over there with her cigarettes right goddamn now. She talking shit. That's what I feel like. Whitney like bit they got me fucked up. Listen. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care what Whitney was on, high on, off, whatever. I tell you, she knew what the fuck was up. I'm gonna tell you that. She knew whatever, high, sober, otherwise. She knew what the fuck was going on. She wasn't that gone. I'm way too gone. What the fuck am I doing? Wake up in the morning. Who, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't on that type of thing. All right, y'all. I did way more than I intended to. I ran off the plug. Until next time.